Welcome back to the kitchen. Plant-based Gabriel here, and today we are going to be going back to what was actually only my second ever recipe, and I am revamping it, making it a little simpler and a little bit different, but I am making my vegan pork burgers, or I have previously called them my porkless burgers. Now, to make this, I am going to be using my stand mixer, but any mixer will work. You can use a food processor, and you can also do this in a large bowl with a wooden mixing spoon to really mash those beans up. But if you do have a mixer, it really helps things go quicker. So I've got a whole list of ingredients here, but I'm going to get started, open this up, and as I tell you, I'll load them on in there. So the base of this burger is really going to be 3 cups of cooked black or red beans. Now I have 1.5 cups of black beans and then 1.5 cups of red beans in here. Any orientation of how you'd like to do that, it will work. Personally, for me, I like to have a little mixture in there. So 1.5 cups of each, but 3 cups in total. I'm gonna add those in. All right. Next, we have 2 cups of cooked brown rice. And if you are wondering how to make brown rice, say in an Instant Pot, I have a recipe for you there on plantbasedgabriel.com. You can also find that one on Facebook. We have a 1 cup of quick cooking oats. Now you can use old-fashioned rolled oats. You really can't use steel cut oats, but old-fashioned rolled oats will work. You're just going to want to make sure you blend or mix it a little bit more so that it gets integrated in there. And then we have our spices. And we have a few liquid ingredients as well. I've got 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Now, if you don't like maple syrup and you maybe don't want a sweeter burger, because when I think of a pork burger or a porkless burger, I think of it having a little bit of sweetness in there, so I do add a little maple syrup, but you can't omit that. Then we have 1 tablespoon of a spicy brown mustard. Any mustard will work, but I like the little bit of the little kick that spicy mustard gives. And then for our spices, we have 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/8 of a teaspoon of clove and nutmeg. We have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder and 2 teaspoons of onion powder. We have 2 tablespoons of a rubbed ground sage. Now that sage really adds a nice earthiness and it really brings everything together. You cannot miss it out on that sage. We have 1 teaspoon of a crushed red pepper flakes. You can add more if you like it spicier, or you can omit or bring that down if you don't want it as spicy. And then we have 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika and 1 teaspoon of thyme. Now I just went ahead and added all those ingredients to my stand mixer or to a large bowl, whatever you're going to be using. And we're going to just mix this for roughly around 3 to 5 minutes. If you're using a bowl with a wooden spoon, you're going to be around that same time. So mix it on low until it kind of all comes together into a nice formed mixture. And we'll be back here when that's done. Okay, now that was roughly around, 3 minutes, 4 minutes there. I will pull this off so you can see what it looks like. It's a great kind of ground consistency. If it sticks to the paddle, then you know it's ready to go. Now I'm going to set this up here. We'll set that right here. I'm going to move this. Whoop. Be careful. I'm going to move this out of the way, and we are going to bring over, got our cutting board here. Now I am going to be using my patty press. Now I just picked this one up from Walmart. Now you can find a ton, like 1,000 different patty presses. Any of them will work. This one I just found at when I needed it. I will put the link down there in case you also want to use this one. And then I have my 2 pieces of parchment paper that I'll be pressing the patties in. So I've got this here. I'm going to set this there, and I lay 1 piece of parchment down, and then I will have the second one to put on top. But for our patties, now this one is nice because it has the normal slider or normal patty size, and it also has a slider size. Now tonight I'm making these for a party, and so I'm making slider sizes. So I'm going to go ahead, and once you get the hang of it, you'll know. And you can see this is nice, easy to work with mixture. If it rolls into a ball without sticking to your hand too much, you know you've hit it about right on the money. But I'm going to make a patty first, just so you can all see. There we go. And then we set that piece of parchment paper right on top and just press it down. And there we have a perfectly formed patty, a perfectly formed vegan pork burger patty. Now I'm going to set that there. Now I'm going to go through and make all of my sliders, and when we are done, I'm going to get the grill nice and hot. I will say you can do this on the grill. That's my preferred way of cooking these. I cook it on the grill. I get the grill nice and hot, and I'll cook them for about 5 minutes on each side. Or you can cook them in the oven at 425 for 25 to 30 minutes on parchment paper. So I'm going to get to making these sliders. And there is our last slider. Now I am going to go ahead, get my hands washed off because they are full of porkless burgers, and then I'm going to get the grill nice and hot, and I'll meet you out there in just a few seconds. We've got the grill nice and hot, so now we're going to go ahead and add on our patties. Now we are going to let those go for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be back to give them a turn. It has been right about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a turn. Now you can see there, nice grill mark on there, and then they'll be ready in 5 more minutes. All right, our second 5-minute timer just came off. Let's go ahead and get them in there, and I'm getting hungry. Let's go eat. Here I am with one of my perfectly cooked porkless vegan pork burgers. Now, I really enjoy them on a nice oil-free bun. Now, luckily, I was able to find some slider buns. So I just pop that off, put it right on there. And how I really prefer to have these is with a few slices of spicy pickles, and then another shot of spicy mustard, and then a bit of ketchup. All right, top it right off, and it is ready to give a try. I'm excited. That is fantastic. I love serving these at vegan get-togethers, but I even more enjoy serving them at non-vegan get-togethers. This will light a fire under your non-vegan friends and families and get them on board with the vegan train, because it is a rolling and it's just time for them to get on. I really hope you guys go ahead and give this recipe a try. If you do, let me know how it goes on Facebook, and this recipe, as well as all my past and future recipes, can be found at plantbasedgabriel.com. I am Plant-Based Gabriel here with my vegan pork burger. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you on another recipe video very soon.